Call to Action crew, and I'm here with the love of my life over here, Mr. Lucas Shashak. Hey, Lucas.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm the special guest of the day.
Yes, you are. To me, you're always a special guest. You're always just special. So we're going to be reacting to a not necessarily an IG tournament match, but it is what was the word you used to describe it?
It's the pin match.
Yeah, yes, exactly. So just to bring it up, let me see. Greg and Warfather, they're going to compete against each other against who's going to go up against Kalinowski. So no pressure. Yeah, that's rough. That's pretty difficult all around. But yeah, so we're going to be reacting to this match to see who's going to go up against Kalinowski. Warfather from the Droogs up against, the Quirky Merc's very own Greg Alba that's never competed in IG. So what are you thinking about these competitors, Lucas?
Well, I competed in IG, right? Well, I don't take that back. The Warfather he was in 5-way or something last year.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, he has played. That's why I said he's not a rookie in IG technically.
Right. Yeah. I'd forgotten about that because he played late last year, I think.
Exactly.
I don't know because even with that game, I didn't leave a huge impression. So I of Warfather.
Hey, sorry, Lucas. I'm hearing a little bit of weird popping noises. Do you hear that?
This is the yesterday.
Well, it wasn't on yesterday, but I hear it now. I thought it was from my mic. That's why I moved it. But I think it might be from you. If you're watching this, can you hear any kind of weird popping?
They can't. I think my audio is terrible. I might not be able. Here, take me.
All right, wait. Well, for now, it's just me until Lucas might figure that out. Yeah, as you can see, Lucas, it was my birthday yesterday. But yeah, so unfortunately, we went through a few hiccups, and we weren't able to, I know Drew and Eric from Nerd Chronic, those guys are amazing. Hello, thank you. We weren't able to do some stuff like we initially planned because our internet went out of all days. Not a great time. So we weren't able to play games or watch movies or anything, which is unfortunate. But Lucas definitely made it special. And, he gave me a banner. I have a 30-year-old, like a pink tiara that says 30 on it. It's actually a nice tiara. I have these big-ass balloons. Should I react through this 3 for the rest of the thing? I can't wink. I can't do the eyebrow thing on this one. All right, I can fake it. There you go. But, Lucas definitely made it special in spite of some of the stuff that was going on. So I'm very grateful to Lucas. He definitely is pretty cool fella. And let's see, is it better this time, Lucas? No? Okay. Well, that's totally fine. Lucas, let me know in the private chat if you're not entirely sure if this is going to go on. If you just feel better not doing it. I don't really. If not, totally fine. But anyway, if you have any questions or comments, hence predictions, let me know in a stream lab. That'd be really, really cool, really dapper. And I also have my White Claw handy. I am going to be drinking a Ruby Grapefruit Drink-Along. For every answer, I'll be taking a sip. For every competitor answer. Hopefully I'll get through this whole Big Mama. This is like whatchamacallit. It's not like a regular size White Claw. It's like the bigger one, the Big Mama. Tell me what it is. I can't remember what it's called. But yes. Anyway, regardless, hello to everyone that's hanging out with me. Brandon, my boy. Dude, I love you, Brandon. Yes, and Danny, I have not seen this yet, so I am pretty psyched. And I know I am desperate for Lucas to come back as well. But we'll hope his audio and tech stuff is definitely coming through. And how dare you? The Rock is disappointed in me? The Rock wishes he were me. That's it. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, perfect. Lucas is going to be using an alternative. So let us know if it sounds a little bit better to you. Let's see. How's that?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. I'm using my webcam microphone, which should in theory be worse, but if it doesn't pop, it's better for this.
Interesting. That's kind of funky. Troubleshooting is always good to do every once in a while. So do you have a prediction about this match? Who do you think is going to walk away the victor?
I don't know. Like I said, these are both kind of unknowns in my book. If you'd like me to I don't have my action coin on my desk right now. I'm sorry. I was going to flip a coin, but I don't have one available for me.
I don't have a coin either, but my money is definitely on Warfather, honestly, personally, just because he has played in IG before. And I don't remember Greg Alba playing in IG. I remember he's good at, obviously, like, you know, IG related stuff, you know, being with his, having a really cool channel that focuses on comic book movies and things like that. But my money's on Warfather personally. But I love an upset. I love, you know, people proving you wrong when it comes to these kind of things.
It's fair. All right, I'll go with Alba then.
Contrarian, of course. Typical. All right. And like I said, guys, I'm going to have in Streamlabs available. It's in the link below. So let me see if I can pull it up real fast. If I can pull it up, that would be great. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But it's in the description box, essentially. Yeah. So definitely click below and let us know any comments, concerns, whatever it may be. So,
did you mention the other links we have in the description as well for the Black Lives Matter resources? I
did. Yes, guys. Okay. Speaking of which, we did participate in a fundraiser recently for some really amazing causes. You know, but we don't want to make light of everything going on. So, you know, definitely do some research, have necessary conversations with friends, family, whatever it may be. And, you know, if there's ever a specific topic relating to, I'm going to take this back down, related to, you know, the Black Lives Matter movement, you know, do research. I actually included a few links below where you can donate and research whatever you feel you want to learn about. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. All right. Okay, and let me know if the audio is okay for you. Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's coming through good for me.
Good.
But is the chat hearing it fine?
Mm-hmm. You're rooting for Alba? I hear you. Mm-hmm.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is the second play-in match here of the Innergeekdom division.
Did you notice
the
that
winner
Ellis
of
changes
this match
his name for
will
every time
officially
he's on?
be put in the Innergeekdom tournament to face the former two-time Innergeekdom champion Mike Kalinowski.
Oh,
I am joined today by the one and only Mark Ellis.
Thank you for remembering my name, Christian. Now, I have a different name today, Chief Stearns. $10 goes to you right now if you can tell me what movie did we have a police officer named Chief Stearns.
Okay.
Simpsons movie.
I looked
You're
it up.
incorrect. Looking for Ninja Turtles 1990. Always good to be with you, Christian. And what a matchup today. You talk about the thankless task of facing Mike Kalinowski. Ironically, that's going to be good news for either one of these gentlemen because that means that they have won here today, and both of them are bringing quite a lot to the table.
Well, there's a lot in general about this match because the Quirky Mercs, they need a win here. They need a desperate win here. And the Burning Droogs, they need a win as well. Brandon, Hannah, and Saul will be playing very soon, but this is the first match. This is the first match of the Droogs. They need something inside of this Innergeekdom tournament, and so do the Quirky Mercs. Very interesting to me that
Lucas,
that
every
Andrew decided to
faction
put both
has
the
two
real
competitors
rejects
in
in the
IG, right?
Innergeekdom. I didn't know that these guys know the Innergeekdom that well. I guess we're going to
Sure.
find out today exactly what they know.
It's an interesting pairing, Christian, because it does make sense to me from the standpoint of this, is that
I'd
John
have to look
and
through the
Greg
roster to
of
be sure,
that
but-
team, they know each other very well. I don't know how much they know about Innergeekdom stuff, but if you know each other, if you have a friend and somebody to be in the foxhole with, you can quiz each other constantly. So maybe that friendship is going to blossom into at least one of them becoming a titan in the world of Innergeekdom. But you talk about titans, on the other end of the spectrum, you have Warfather.
Warfather's a dangerous character all the way around because
love
he is
his
now at least a
character.
double threat. He debuted in the Innergeekdom division. He had a nice showing. Didn't
He's
win the
already
match,
had
but it was
a
a
couple
fatal
really good
four-way, I
scenes,
believe,
too.
and he did really, really well. It just didn't come out with the victory. Then he plays Claudia Dolph in singles, and it looked like he was done. It was going to be a TKO. Well, he said, called upon the Schmoedown gods, if you will. They helped out the Warfather, and he won the match. And the dangerous thing about the Warfather is
I didn't realize
he
the
just
Schmoedown gods
has
were
really
Norse.
seemed to, I mean, he's already a big personality. His personality went to a scary level when he joined forces with Burnett.
It
I
really
do
did.
love
I mean,
that,
not only would he probably make a great rebounder, but I
Warfather,
think he is going to be one of these dual or even
as
triple
a
threats
rookie,
that we've
already
seen
having
in
his
the
character good
Schmoedown
to
in
go, and I
previous
love that
years.
about
He
him.
could be one of the best of the bunch.
Yeah.
You pair him with a manager like Robert Meyer Burnett, who I've
No,
always
no.
said I've never met a bigger
Originally, there
Star
was a
Trek
little
fan that
confusion
hates
between
all the Star
Warfather
Trek
and
movies.
Barbarian.
But as far
I would
as a
still actually like
manager
to see some
goes,
scenes
Robert
with the
Meyer
two of them
Burnett, look,
together.
the guy is nothing
Yeah,
if not
absolutely.
passionate.
You never
Christian.
know.
So can
That
his dirty
can definitely
passion
happen in the
steer
future. They both are
Warfather
technically
ahead
1-0
of Greg
right now.
Alba today? We're about to find out.
We're going to find out. We're going to find out exactly
I
how we got to this playing match. Here we go.
What the comics and movies have in common? The Innergeekdom. Greg Alba knows his Innergeekdom. People are sleeping on Greg Alba.
True.
I knew going into this that a certain amount of perspective, a certain amount of shaping of each of my people is going to reshape the whole faction. And
Yeah,
this is just the
Mara.
beginning.
And frankly, between myself,
Yo, Mara's in
John
my
Humphrey,
fantasy
Lily
league, and
Young,
girl, I need you
Mara,
to get
and
some
Malcolm,
points.
there are so
I know
many
you're not in
people to
IG,
guide that young
but I
man
would really
to
love
the number
to
one spot.
see
He and
you
John
get a
Humphrey
match
will
here
both be
before the end
number
of
one,
the
'cause
year.
that's how math works.
Of course, if you're able.
Yeah, I know
Schmoedown
she's been having some
fans,
difficulties,
once again,
but
Yeah.
I just hope she feels better. I hope she
Yeah.
gets better.
Absolutely.
And the
Playing or
Warfather
not.
himself.
Yeah. I know she's just such an amazing, person to see on screen. She's so funny. She's so cool. So
Yeah.
And my first opponent is Greg Alba.
Oh, that was so
Mr.
good.
Alba, we're going to have a good time.
entrance
I
of
thought
the
I was just
year.
backup. I didn't think I would get into the Innergeekdom.
Now, I know what you're saying. The Innergeekdom is so much more than just comic book movies. I hear you. It's also Star Wars, it's Star Trek films, and a little bit of Spider-Man, because frankly, the alphabet.
Oh, it's going to be a massacre. And then you'll just be the first rung.
That's just straight up a
after
chair
bloody
with a
rung
bunch of people's faces on
until
it.
I take the
I respect that.
tournament win.
Okay.
I'm so gonna beat you with my Wikipedia knowledge.
Oh, yep. There's a little ad coming up hot.
I'm gonna make the Argentine chimichurri steak. Very excited to see what's inside.
Free advertising.
Thank you once again to the brilliant Nerd Chron.
And Lucas, I
Mr. Eric,
will
he-
not.
look,
I
what a
refuse
great
to pay
job
for
he
YouTube
does
Premium. It's just
each
not going to
and
happen.
every
It's just-
match
it just
with these
won't.
great promos. So thank you to Eric. Follow him over on Nerd Chronic on his YouTube channel and everything else too. But we are here now. We are hyped up. We're ready to go and to see who's going to go a little bit further. Will it be the Droogs? Will it be the Quirky Mercs? To find out, we're going to bring in said managers Robert Meyer Burnett and Ghai Andrew. There you go, gentlemen.
Lucas,
Let's
you should
start
have
off
like a
with you,
full-on
the captain.
geek corner
You got,
like
listen,
that.
like I said, there have been many people, myself
All my stuff's
included,
in
who said,
storage.
how much does Burnett really care about
got some
this thing?
DVD
Does he really know what he's doing? I said you'd come in
That's
dead
true.
last. Well, you spit right in my face, and you've done a lot. You've made a lot of moves. People are now calling you an evil genius. You made a trade for Ken Knapsack. You wound up you traded away Josh Quevedo. That seemed to work out in your favor. And you've got Brandon Hanna with an upcoming match here too. How are you feeling going into this match with the Warfather?
I am feeling like I've got big brass balls and they're clanking away. You know, just like you pointed out, that everybody counted me out. They said I knew nothing about the game. They said I wasn't paying attention. They said I just didn't care. That is untrue. Warfather today, by the way, one of my draft picks. I could see he was a rookie who started out, had a good match, came in, and what did he do? What did he do for me? In the clutch, which is something Andrew Ghai could never do, he came in and won that match against Claudia Dolph. I am so excited. You know what? If your name isn't Jessica Alba, nobody cares about any Alba. And you know what? Warfather's here to dispatch Greg Alba, and I can't wait. I can't wait to watch it because Warfather, man, like you guys astutely pointed out, Warfather is a triple threat. He's going to be a threat. I look forward to him. Look, I don't know why he's in the same bracket with Brandon Hanna. It makes me a little worried. I was hoping they would face each other in the finals. But that's all right. I hope we're all going to have a good match.
All right, well, Andrew, you a much big win here. You would need it. You would need this to get two people inside of the tournament if Greg can do it. And remember to remind everybody, this match is worth 2 points because it is a play-in match with an additional point if there is a knockout or a TKO. But Coy, the Quirky Mercs have had a lack of, matches and wins have been scarce. But, the tournaments have been something to instill hope, I guess.
So with this match, I mean, I'm looking forward to the 3 because I feel like the TKO is inevitable. I think Warfather's fantastic. I'm a fan of the man, but Greg Alba is such a slept-on force in the Schmoedown. He is always the guy I need to pinch. He talks about this stuff constantly. In the real world of day-to-day life, I can't get him to shut up about the Innergeekdom. That is the excitement I have for this. I get to show off to the people just how much Greg Alba knows. He is more than just entrances. He is more than just Quirky. He is an actual mercenary in this game. And my faction is about family. My faction is about keeping people together. All the Droogs do is trade people in and out. These are not items to me. These are people. I'm excited to show you guys why I've kept my 10 together. I drafted 6. I didn't draft 10. I wanted to keep 6 people. I didn't want to move them around. I was very cautious with who I brought in as we went along. I don't believe in getting rid of players. These are people. These are family. I'm excited to show you why I picked them, why I haven't needed to make any changes, even with the fact of not allowing a lot of movement, with us not getting to play a lot because of the world ending. We're still doing okay. We haven't lost
I'm
that
not
much.
going to lie. When it comes to the fantasy draft, I am so quick to drop someone.
I'm so excited to show people.
If I remember to drop someone.
Christian, both of these managers, we've seen live in person how long they can go on for on stage talking about their respective factions. So I have a challenge for each one of you, gentlemen. In as concise a phrase as possible, starting with you, Robert, then going to Coy. How far can your competitor here today go in the Innergeekdom tournament?
Well, listen, I don't want to step on Brandon Hanna's toes, but you know what? If it isn't Brandon Hanna, it's going to be the Warfather. He is hungry. He is ready. He is frosty.
Frosty.
I beat Mike Kalinowski with one word, puddin', and that's what every single one of these competitors is to me. I have no doubt in my rejects. They are going all the way. It's happening.
He used the P word, Christian.
Sure did. I'm sure somewhere Mike Kalinowski just started twitching. All right. I would like to thank you guys. Good luck to both Robert Meyer Burnett and Coy Jandrew. Mark, they both won it. You can tell both managers doing a great job this season, but not about them anymore. It's about our 2 competitors. Are you ready?
I am ready to go, Christian. Chief Stearns is on duty.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first, representing the Quirky Mercs, making
what is up with this
his
theme song?
Innergeekdom debut.
Yeah,
of course, this is what he wants to be called. Greg Idris Alba. There he is. Well done. Well done.
Beautiful.
What's up, people?
Nice to see you. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Alba and Alba are the same last name.
Yeah, Greg, did you have to answer a trivia question at a movie theater correct to get that T-shirt?
Coming in hot.
I talked to my cousin Idris Elba
Sup,
personally
Koi?
and he gave it to me.
My
himself.
dude, when are we
So
having you
I just lucked
coming
out.
up on Chill to Action? We need to make that
obviously-
happen. Just saying.
We know you like to push the buttons. It's that's fun. That's fair. But anything. First of all, what do you think about your competitor here, the Warfather?
I thought I was versing Eric Zipper this whole time, so I'm excited to verse
sorry,
the
another
Warfather
ad
today.
So you
Oh, what you got there?
What did we get?
What's in there?
think that Warfather might be an easier task
I don't care
than
what you
some
say,
other
Lucas.
competitors
Not doing
in
it.
the Innergeekdom tournament. Is that what you're saying here today, Greg?
I would say, I mean, he might be exactly the same. I'm glad that we're doing this via over the internet, because in person, I actually sat next to Warfather during the Schmoedown Awards. Didn't talk to him once because he's just so intimidating in person. So over here,
I will be
feel like I could
DMing
be an
you.
opposing
Heads up.
threat just equally.
Mhm.
In person, I would cower away. So this is going to be good.
Or Danielle.
Yeah, he is. He's like 8'3" or something. All right. Well, listen, Greg, gonna put you in the waiting room for the moment as we get to your opponent. Good luck.
Aren't we?
Okay, thank you.
What?
Christian, that was like every classic internet troll saying, hey, I'm safe from a keyboard,
Yes.
so I can go after them here. And so I think Greg Alba may be playing with all the confidence in the world here today.
Well, he certainly is. I wonder if he would have used the Idris nickname if Mark Andreyko was next to him. And his opponent, representing the Burning Droogs, with a record of 0 wins, 1 defeat in the Innergeekdom division, this is Warfather.
Huzzah is a word
it is
that's
always
not
fun to watch.
used enough.
There's no doubt you have made an impact in this league. With
It's
your
a great
first
word.
appearance
I hear
last
it a
season,
lot in the
and of
show,
course,
The Great,
this
and I
season
thoroughly
with your
enjoy
big
it.
singles victory.
yeah.
What is it about you and Robert Meyer Burnett? Why do you seem to really respond to this man? What is?
I think it's because we're both large and loud.
He's so delightful.
Christian, I don't have a question about the match per se for Warfather, but I do want to ask Warfather, once this whole situation in the world is over, what's your fee for just sitting front row at a comedy club so I can get those kind of laughs going?
Oh, for you, my dear war son, I'll show up for free.
I love it. All right, well, listen, the Warfather is here. We're going to bring Greg Alba back to
I'm here.
the room. All right. So, Mark,
All right.
our competitors
Let's see what we got.
are here, and round number 1 is about to begin. The rules.
Lucas,
of
you wanna play?
Number 1, my friend.
I mean, you look at the four of
A little
us,
bit?
Are there really any
Maybe?
rules that can contain this
Probably
madness?
not.
Probably not, but
should have
we'll
asked you
attempt
ahead
it
of time.
anyway. Gentlemen, round
But,
number 1. This is the Innergeekdom format. So remember, it's an endurance trial for round number 1. 10
We're
questions.
both gonna fail
Wow.
miserably
Various
at this.
worlds of
at this
Innergeekdom
because I can
know-how.
only do
Each
like
question
5
is worth
questions,
1
maybe
point.
if
There's
I'm
no penalty
lucky.
for
But
missing a question. There is no stealing in round number 1. Here's how it's going to work. As soon as Christian or myself asks a question, you have 15 seconds to write down your best attempt at an answer with whatever utensil you have handy, with whatever writing tablet you have handy. Once we address you by name or nickname, if we don't know your actual name, please show what you wrote to the camera
Now-
at the same time you verbalize it into the microphone.
how many movies?
I'll
If
remind
anyone
each
can
competitor
answer in
that
the
you have
chat,
3
how many
usages
movies
of the
are in?
JTE rule throughout
You
the
have to
duration
learn
of
in
the
order to
3-round match.
ace
If you're not sure you
the
heard a
IG,
question right,
the
you want us
league
to
in
repeat it, buy
particular.
yourself more time.
How many does that involve?
Use
There's
the
a
JTE rule.
there's
You
a
also
limited
each
amount of
have one challenge to be issued by
categories
your
in
manager
movies,
at any point
but
throughout
what is the number?
match. Best of luck.
That's
to
what
both
I
of you
want to
crazy
know.
kids.
I mean, I think
All right,
they're
we
okay,
start
because
with Greg
you're
Alba.
already
Are you
talking
ready?
about
Yeah, I'm
movies
Black
based
Superman,
on
baby. Let's do this.
And Warfather, are you ready?
How many nerd movies there are out there.
Mixed bag is a very
And let's get ready to Schmoedown.
Vague
All right, here we go,
description.
guys. Round number 1. Question number 1 in the realm of the MCU. Who played James Rhodes in 2008's Iron Man?
Oh, we answered this question the other day.
Ooh, all the way back to the one that started it all. Did you know we were in for such a wild ride for the next decade when you saw that movie, Christian?
No, not all the way through. 5, 4, 3.
What do I do with my hands?
Keep them. 1. Hands down, please, Warfather. Hands down, hands up. And we start with Alba.
Next time, Terrence Howard.
That is correct. And Warfather.
Put down not Don Cheadle. I was looking for the name.
All right. So knowing that, we start with Greg
Terrence.
Alba with a 1-0 lead over the Warfather. Mark, next question.
That's right. Both competitors correct, but we
You
can
get
only
it,
get
babe?
points
I did get it.
Your next question is in the world of
I
Star
scratched it
Wars
out.
Galaxy, way far away. The question, you can phrase this a couple different ways. What reason did Han give the general for needing to leave the rebel base on Hoth?
What movie?
What was the reason?
They're only on.
I like this question.
I could too.
Christian.
Yep.
I don't know
Writers
which
worked
one.
really hard. Thank you to both PJ and Chris Skaliski and team.
I haven't seen
crushing it. And
the
five.
original trilogy
Making us
since
look
you
at
sat me down and forced me
First
to
one.
watch it in
Certainly do
early
that.
college.
In the world of Star Wars, what
And I do not
reason
remember
did
anything
Han
about
give
it.
the general for needing to leave the rebel base on Hoth?
Greg Alba.
I mean, I know why he left,
Three
but I don't know.
JP.
That's
The
right. The
reason he
answer,
left
same
is
as
the
Alf,
reason
to get
he
a
gave.
pack of gum.
Yeah.
And we go with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Pens down. And we start with the Warfather.
Escape Jabba.
Escape Jabba is not correct.
Oh.
And
I had something similar. So Jabba doesn't capture him. Jabba after him.
I went to look for
Go
Luke.
ahead, Mark.
It's very close. It does involve Jabba, but he needed to pay off Jabba.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
He's
Yeah,
actually worried
I
about
remember
the bounty
that.
hunter,
Yeah.
but the reason he gave was he needed to go pay his debt to Jabba.
So
How
that's
much
what
are you
that is,
from
huh?
Jabba?
Oh.
Is it?
But
It's
Alba
Jabba,
and Alba are the same
right?
last name.
Not
Okay,
Jabba.
I get it. I totally
Jabba.
Thing?
Jawas.
We would have accepted
Won
Jabba.
the match.
Little
Congratulations.
short guys.
All right. All right, here we go. All right, question
I need
number 3. It's from Middle Earth. In which Middle Earth set film will you hear the following quote? A red sun rises, blood has been spilled this night.
And
Oh,
we could just
wait,
go subtitle. We don't
I
need
feel
the
like it's
full-
got to be a Hobbit movie.
We don't need the real McCoy.
Oh,
guess
I
is
know.
what they'd
I know.
say.
Wait.
No.
Oh, shoot.
I remember the Hatfields and McCoys had an issue a
Um,
long time ago.
Yeah, we get it. 5,
Civil
4,
War.
I think. Oh,
3, 2, 1. Pens down, everybody. Warfather, pens down. And we start with Greg.
Fellowship.
Is it Return of the King?
That is incorrect.
Fellowship. 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 I remember Legolas
And
saying it.
Next, Warfather.
Two Towers. Yeah.
Two Towers.
Is correct.
Oh, my
Yeah.
gut said Two Towers.
So
but for some
Warfather
reason I was
tying it up here. All right, next
Damn.
question.
We are tied at 1 as we move to your 4th question, and that is in the world of
I really
DC
need to rewatch
movies.
those.
DC
Me too.
movies. Your
The
question.
extended
Who
editions
plays
too.
twins Angela and Isabel Dodson in the 2005 film Constantine?
Oh, I know.
Ooh,
Christian,
yes.
the first time you saw Constantine was?
The last time I saw Constantine.
It's Rachel Weisz,
Did you go to the theater? Did you? have you
Daniel
ever seen
Craig's
it?
wife.
5. Yeah, I did. 4,
The Os-
Theater?
I think
3,
she's won an Oscar.
2, 1. Yes,
She's
the theater
amazing.
mark. All right,
I've
pens
only ever
down,
seen
please.
it.
And Warfather.
The Olsen twins.
Good guess. Yes.
Your father.
him a
What?
Can't do that.
What's going on
Incorrect.
here?
And Greg.
I don't know. Rachel Weisz?
That is correct. For
Yes.
1 point.
Mm-mm.
So Greg Alba. But you know, listen, the Olsen twins, I mean, that's a great answer.
Style points.
Just saying,
Style
I'm at
points.
the
All right.
same
Here you go. Next
score
question.
as Alba right
Next
now.
question.
So, call me an IG competitor.
Marvel.
Just saying.
Who
have
plays
one.
Captain George Stacy, Gwen's father in The Amazing Spider-Man?
Oh, shoot. Forgot his name. I
like
can draw
that
a
movie
picture
a
of
whole
him.
lot,
I know his
Christian.
face.
First one? Yeah.
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 I probably don't
Can I
need
go
to
with
revisit
multiple
the second
choice?
one. I
You definitely don't.
That'd be great.
drank a lot of Kool-Aid before that movie.
5, 4,
Yeah,
3,
I don't know. The comedian.
2,
I remember that.
1. Pens down.
He
and
was
we
on
start
that
with Greg.
firefighter show.
Dennis Dennis
That
Leary.
Yes. And Warfather.
Yep.
Dennis Leary.
Yes, it is. 3-2. Greg Alba keeps his lead. 3-2. Next
Not what
question,
I
Mark.
wrote down.
We have reached the halfway point of
With
round
Kevin
number
Bacon.
1, gentlemen. Your next
Very
question
different person.
in the world of Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Harry
Wizarding
Potter.
world they're in. The question: what is Hagrid's first name?
Oh.
I know this one.
No idea that guy had.
Did you listen
had a
to
first
all
or
the?
last.
Did
I
you
had no
read
idea
the
what it
books
was.
at all, like in school, or did you listen,
Don't go to
or did you
Chris.
listen to them for the first time
My
in
daughter
audio
might know,
form?
not me.
I didn't read
5,
them in school, but I read them
4,
and I've listened to them.
3,
I like butterbeer.
1. Pens down, please. And Warfather.
Alphonse.
It's Rubius.
No.
It is Ruby.
Greg.
If you ding me on spelling, I'm going to get pissed.
All right.
I got Rubius.
That is correct.
I'm going to make the Argentine chimichurri steak. Very excited to see.
So the other option is I can host the video next time.
What?
I said the other option is I can host the video next time. As much as I'm sure HelloFresh is loving this.
You know what? Those extra ads. But okay, just while we're having a pause, how are you doing so far? I have 3 out of the total 6 questions.
I have 2 points.
Yeah, I'm beating you as far as I'm concerned. Go me.
You're beating me as far as the points are concerned, which is all that matters.
Wait, I can't. I'm not going to beat you in any other way. Except maybe pitching a ball, like, or playing catch.
Just hit the play button.
Okay, fine. Like pitching at baseball.
Should we have maybe there should be a rule where if you make the host break out laughing 3 times in one round, you get a point.
That's what I thought.
Alphonse Capone and Alphonse Hagrid are my 2 favorite characters. All right, let's. That's good. All right, next one.
Is Alphonse a
Star
character
Trek.
name from the Wizarding World? I have no clue. I don't remember that one.
Star Trek. Which Star Trek film has the final appearance of Leonard Nimoy as Spock?
Oh,
Christian Harloff having a tough time composing himself.
I love stupid names.
You got really hit in the kidneys with that one, huh?
We're talking entire franchise,
like all the films.
I'm going with Beyond.
Thank you for the question.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, which Star Trek film has the final appearance of Leonard Nimoy as Spock in all the films?
I never saw this
See,
movie,
the guy even gave you a
actually.
freebie, boys. He's loopy. This Christian fella, he's lost his mind.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we start with Greg.
Oh, okay.
Star
Alphonse
Trek
Dodge.
Into Darkness.
Yes, it is 1 point. And Warfather.
Star Trek Into Darkness.
Yes. Okay, 5-3. 5-3.
I forgot about that movie.
Question number 8.
I thought that movie
It
came
is
after.
question number 8 as
Yeah, that was
Alba
my bad.
enjoys
Mixed them
a
up.
2-point lead over
After
Warfather. This
After
category
Beyond.
would be
For some
the
reason, I had it the other way around.
DCEU.
Those are great films.
Great catalog. The director's cuts are even better. Your question. In Batman v Superman, what is used to kill Doomsday?
I haven't seen this movie since
I
theaters.
don't know that I'd be up for that challenge, Christian. I might just walk the other way.
Oh, you mean the answer for the question?
I
or
have
in
not.
general?
I've been meaning to watch.
I'm saying that I'm not capable of killing
Extended
anybody
edition,
named Doomsday.
4, 3,
I don't think you are either.
1. Pens down and Warfather.
Kryptonite Spear.
Yes, sir. And
Martha?
Greg,
It is, in fact, a kryptonite spear.
you got it. 6-4. 6-4 for our next question here. This
What's your
is
score again,
question number
Alex?
9.
I have 3.
Heroes and villains, gentlemen.
Interesting.
Heroes and villains.
I don't
Who
remember the Kryptonite
played
Spear at all.
Spawn in 1997's Spawn.
Oh, no. I remember his face, not his name.
Oh, beat that one, Eric.
Sorry.
I know his face, not his name. He was in The Joker. Not the
And
Joker. He
Heroic
was in one of the
4,
scenes with the Joker.
3,
We take that
And
Alphonse point away.
The Dark
1.
Knight.
Pens down.
I
And
don't
Greg.
remember his name.
Michael Jai White.
That
Yes,
dude.
1 point. And Warfather.
Michael J. White.
You got it.
Whammy!
7-5.
Babe, where are you at
7-5.
score-wise?
So now we got to get to our final
was
question
5.
here, Mark. Good round so
Yay.
far for both Warfather and
Low-key,
Greg
you're
Alba.
the real
7-5
competitor
going into
here.
the final question.
That's right,
Let's get you
Christian. Both
drafted,
competitors seem to have found their footing in this new virtual realm, and they're answering questions at an amazing clip. Your final one comes in the category of mixed bag. Reach in there. Could be anything. And what we're pulling out, oh, it's a fedora, it's a whip, and it's Indiana Jones movies.
Ooh,
so your question.
Shoo.
You worried me with Fedora.
The character named Sulla appears in how many Indiana Jones films? One of the best characters in Indiana Jones, in my opinion, Christian.
Well, I'm not going to argue with you on that one. And 5,
He was great in all
3,
blank movies.
I don't
2,
feel like I'm picturing the
1.
right
Pens
character.
down, and we start with Warfather.
3.
Incorrect.
4?
And Greg?
2.
That's correct.
Dang.
Greg Alba,
thinking the wrong
big
person
shot
altogether.
there as we end the round. Greg only misses 2 and finds himself with a 3-point lead over the Warfather, 8-5. All right, we're going to bring in both the managers here as we get to the second round. Mark, you want to tell us what the rules of round number 2 are?
Here's how
Just
round
saying,
number 2
Alba's done
works.
pretty
It's the wheel
fantastic.
round. It is an electronic wheel, but we assure
delightfully
you
surprised
it harbors no
with
bias,
Alba's
and it is an
first round
impartial
score.
judge, jury. It could be
Doing well.
executioner. Each competitor gets a spin at the wheel. Once they settle on a
And I believe
category,
he's
they're
the one
going to hear
that picked to
5
win this match
questions
ultimately,
in
so.
said genre. Each question's worth 2 points. There is no penalty for missing a question. However, stealing is available in round number 2. So
I
if you're not sure
haven't
the
seen
answer
the
to the question,
Indiana
ask us
Jones-
for
any of the
multiple choice.
Indiana Jones
At that
movies
point, the value of the question
says-
goes down
Well,
to
I did
1
see
point.
Crystal
The way Steel
Skull in
works is
theaters
if your
with my
competitor
grandma
doesn't know it, you can
when I was
try
still
to
in
jump
college.
and answer the question once prompted by
Yeah,
your
that's the only time I've seen that one.
What's
I
that?
had,
That's cool.
I saw
Christian,
the
it looks
I saw
like
the original
Greg
trilogy
Alba
again
doing
relatively
a 3-point
recently.
lead over Warfather
Yeah.
is going to be
I haven't seen
spinning that
Temple
wheel
of
first
Doom
if
since
he
I was like
wants to.
10.
It's
That
his
movie,
decision,
the whole
and I will
heart
remind
removal of the
everybody
heart
watching,
scene
there
gave
is
me
a
nightmares for
slice today.
weeks.
It is scores
Weeks.
and soundtracks. So if either competitor spin scores
You
and
know,
soundtracks,
sometimes you just have to
and
call him
settles on
Austin.
that category for the questions, we will say the
That's
name
like a
of
typical
that patron.
Tuesday,
Thank
you
you
know?
to all of our movie trivia Schmoedown
Moving
loyal
hearts.
Patreon supporters.
All right, I'm going to drop Robert Meyer
sacrificing
Burnett and the
people
Warfather
to,
out for a moment. Give
ancient
Coy
god
and
in a
Greg an opportunity to
volcano or
speak about
thing,
what they want to do.
I
You have
think.
about a minute, and you have to make a decision.
What do you think, Coy? Tell me what to do, Coy.
The 3-point lead I feel good about. So I'd say if you're feeling like you want a second to breathe, let them go ahead. But if you want to keep the momentum, like whether or not, how do you feel pace-wise? If you feel the pace, you want to keep riding it out, I'd say take the lead. But if you want to, breathe a
Have we
second,
got-
let them go. How do you feel?
I feel good.
Spin it, man.
Okay.
Have we gotten this kind of conversation on these StreamYard matches yet? Or is this our first time seeing this kind of dialogue here?
What do you mean?
I don't remember having like the conversation with the manager and competitor. I thought they normally like took them off screen for a little bit for them to do this when they're doing these online matches.
From what I remember them doing this, to be honest. But I don't remember many matches of them.
It's been a haze the last couple
Yeah.
months. So.
It's almost like something crazy is going on in the world. Like what?
Anything.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. I hear this kind of interaction between the manager and between Coy and Greg makes me a little curious because he's like, oh, how are you feeling? Which is obviously very necessary. But if anything, I would want to go in with the game plan ahead of time going into the second round, regardless of how points are doing, right out the gate. But I always want to go in with the game plan of whether or not I want to be first or second, depending on what their strengths are and how they feel looking at the wheel. Statistically speaking, are you more likely to get a strength or a weakness? Are you at like a 60-40 right now? Or are you 70-30? Realistically, like how confident do you feel in your abilities looking at the wheel? So that should really determine who should go first and second. Because if you go first, you're confident in the wheel, then you want to go first. But if you're not super confident, you want to go second, usually.
I was listening to everything you said, but more importantly, Eric in the chat, Nerd Chronic, is saying that this is the first time that they let the manager talks play out. So
Oh, thank you for correcting. Yeah. Absolutely. Also, Eric, you're a numbers guy. You're always behind the scenes. What do you think of my theory regarding statistics behind the wheel? Let me know what you think. Am I completely cray-cray, with my theory, or am I onto something? I'm not sure. But yeah, the first manager competitor was off screen for Goddard and Vejota. So that makes sense. Yeah. All right, hulking out. I don't know what hulking out is referencing.
they're talking about Coy's face here.
Oh, you want to see your hulking face, babe? The Coy face. You want to do a Coy face? No. Okay, whatever. You stop.
Sorry, I stop swearing. Let's freaking do this.
You're gonna go.
Let's fast and furious do this.
You're gonna spin then, Greg?
Sure, I'll spin. Why not?
All right, Greg's gonna spin. All right, thank you, Coy. Remember, Coy, you can communicate on the side there with Greg for this round, and let's bring the Warfather.
Yeah, I like to see the
All right,
manager
here we go.
talking.
Here is the spin for Greg Alba.
Use your mind, Greg. Spin that to
Kind of
whatever voice you want.
Kind of a unique take on what people are hoping for with like a mic'd up
better than in person
manager setup.
Wizarding World.
Mhm.
Spin again, please.
And again, spinning away.
Yeah.
The writers are probably happy.
Wizarding
about that
World
already.
is a very
I didn't see a
deceivingly
lot of,
difficult
Harry Potter
category. Like
memorabilia
if you
behind
grew up
Greg.
reading the books, if you've
Not
seen the movies a
today.
few times, you think you're confident. But
Boy, big,
it's very there's a
Talk with
lot
Coy.
of information.
Can I talk with
And it's
Coy?
very
Wizarding Coy
difficult
again.
to
Let's
ace.
drop out. Warfather.
There's also a lot of
again,
people
coming
who
back. Coy again.
just
Guys,
aren't
a
as
minute
comfortable
on the
familiar
clock
with
starting now.
the 2 new movies.
Go Wizarding
That's
World.
true. Very, very true.
Let's-
Absolutely. Especially with them being as
I'm kinda
recent as they
feeling
are.
like
Yeah.
MCU or DCEU right now.
Okay, so I'd say the MCU is going to be a lot deeper of a pool because it's more films,
Mhm.
but I find that the things are more approachable on the surface of your mind. The DCEU tends to be really erroneous deep cuts because those movies are written by a series of 100 monkeys. So I would say if you have studied the DCEU in a place of comfort, go that direction. But if you want to go with your overall comfort, I agree with MCU. What do you feel?
What do you think is deeper?
I would say the MCU is more comfortable, but if you've been studying DCEU
Interesting.
more, did you hear him saying?
10 seconds.
My dude, if you're
go
that
with your
confident
gut.
in
First thing that pops in your head,
MCU,
MCU.
you don't need to worry about
There it is.
sequels.
Okay, there it
All
is.
right. All right, MCU it is. All right, Coy, thank you. Going to drop you out, bring back the Warfather. MCU now, Warfather, remember, please put your
You have
hands
to
up
be
during
that
this
confident
round.
in it.
You will
can't be like, I'm
able
okay
to
at it. I'm
steal
really good, but
if
I'm not
Greg
great
Alba
at it. You have to be
misses. So
that
same thing, Greg, please
confident
keep your
in it.
hands up. And
Because
here we go. You
MCU
do not need
is
to write
a
anything
category
down.
that everyone
here, man.
knows, or at least everyone thinks they know.
All right, so Greg, I'll be asking
And
you the
so it's
questions. here.
very
The MCU, is
stealable.
that's accurate?
Essentially.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Here's the first one. In Thor, what does the frost giant call Thor to instigate the fight on Jotunheim?
Odin's son, maybe?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, sweetheart, B,
Oh.
little princess,
That one.
C, little daughter, D, coward?
Oh, I'm gonna go with
Little
coward.
Princess.
Correct for 1 point.
Oh, I'm wrong anyway.
All right, next question here.
That's also wrong.
Question number 2. Who plays
I put
Dr.
coward.
Abraham Erskine, the creator of the Super Soldier?
Family
Oh!
Tucci.
Yeah.
You weren't told this, but please let us finish the entire thing before you answer for those
I was
audio
gonna.
listeners.
I was
please.
writing
Sorry.
that down. I
It's all right.
promise.
Who plays Dr.
I'm gonna give
Abraham
myself the point.
Erskine, creator of the Super Soldier
I did.
program in Captain America: The First
I was
Avenger?
literally in the middle
That
of
would
writing
be
the L
Stanley
in
Tucci,
Stanley.
Christian.
For 2 points. Thank you, Greg. Here you go. This is your third question. During the pursuit through the library in The Incredible Hulk, what does Bruce do with his USB drive containing his experiment data?
He swallows it.
For 2
I
more
haven't
points.
actually
That is
seen
correct.
the Incredible Hulk, to
All
be
right.
honest.
Really?
I don't
I
think
did.
so.
No.
I heard right down eats it.
Marks the screen debut
I trust you.
of Phil Coulson.
Ooh, I got it. I got it.
Oh, that is Iron Man 1.
Oh,
Correct for 2 points.
damn it. I put
All right,
down
here's your
Thor.
last question here, Greg. Good
It
round
was hard
thus
to flip
far.
along to.
In Thor.
Just because
Oh,
of
all
the,
right. That's the same question I asked you. Right?
the
I'll answer it again.
No.
Okay.
In Iron Man 2, what element not only powers his suit, but is also poisoning Tony?
Oh. Oh, wait.
Multiple
No.
choice, please.
Is it A, cadmium, B, palladium, C,
I'm going to go with
lead, D, selenium?
Is it
Palladium.
palladium?
For 1 more point.
Yes.
Greg Alba with a hell of a round there. 5 questions, sees himself up now 16-5 over the Warfather. Chose MCU, looked to be the right move, didn't give his opponent any opportunities to steal their mark.
Very impressive, Christian. A possible 10 points there, and he got 8 of a possible 10 because he did check the multiple choice twice. It seemed to be the right play because Warfather it did the hardest thing for Warfather to do, which is be silent during Greg answering the questions. He had no opportunity to steal. Hell of a round 2 by Alba.
All right, so
Yeah,
we're
that
going
was
to
a
drop Greg
perfect
out. At the
round.
moment, we're going to bring in
I think
Robert
it's safe to
Meyer
say
Burnett
that I
here
think
for the
he's pretty
Warfather
comfortable,
as
pretty confident
we
at
get
MCU
to
overall.
the Warfather spin.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, no, it's hard to do those round 2 play
Maybe
alongs
that's just me.
without like
That's real.
pausing the video or something.
Here
It
is
is?
Rattle along
Star
fast.
Trek.
Ooh, Star Trek's
I'm
difficult.
gonna say spin again.
It's a lot
Yeah,
of movies.
I was going to suggest you spin again too, sir.
All right, here we go. We're going to spin away from that. This is not Robert Meyer Burnett. Obviously, can't answer the question.
I wish he could.
Yeah.
Now, one of my
That throne is
competitors
not the
in
wheel.
my
It's Robert
my
Myburnet's
faction,
heart breaking
it's
into
very
1,000
difficult for
pieces.
him to learn Star
DCEU.
Trek because some of the Star
The
Trek movies are not
DCEU is what we
available in his
land on here.
country.
So, all right.
Right.
Once again, we're going to
It is
put
rough.
outside there,
Yeah.
and we're going to bring back
Makes it
Greg
difficult.
Alba here.
Hey, you
Greg,
can click to start
remember,
blocking
you can
ads.
still here should the Warfather miss, but
Sure.
got to keep the hands up, both you guys. And here we go, Mark, for the Warfather DCEU.
All right, Warfather, in the world of DCEU, which Greg Alba almost took. Seems like he made the right decision with MCU. Now you get the DCEU, and your first question of 5 for 2 points. In Wonder Woman, what ancient language does Diana stump Samir with when they first meet?
Oh, it's not Latin. It's crap. Go to multiple choice. I'd recognize it if I saw it.
Themysterian?
That is
No.
incorrect for a big 2-point steal. Greg, do you have the answer?
Sumerian. I'm going with Sumerian.
Aramaic.
Sorry, can't accept that. We're looking for ancient Greek.
Oh my God! No way! That's
I'm so sorry.
Okay, follow
I
me.
wrote Greek.
All right,
Will you
I'll
take that?
accept that. I would totally
Question
accept that,
number
Lucas.
2 as we go back to Warfather. Still looking for his first points in round number 2. What is the name of Barry Allen's father in Justice League?
Lucas, you know this.
Yeah,
Multiple
and
choice.
I could pull it eventually.
Clarify that. Is it A, Henry, B, Jeffrey, C, Thomas, or D, Samuel?
I'm gonna go with
Henry.
Samuel.
That is correct for a point. Warfather is
nope.
on the board in round
Wrong.
number 2.
Do the math for me here, Mark. How many?
It's 16-6 now.
16-6. Okay, so he's within range. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 3.
Question number 3, as Warfather makes it a 10-point game. Staying with the film Justice League, Barry claims that one of his special skills is playing what classical instrument?
I haven't seen this since theaters,
Multiple
to be
choice.
honest.
Is it A, the lute, B, the violin, C, the clarinet, or D, the viola?
I'm gonna go with clarinet.
Yeah, I'll guess C as well.
Sorry, can you give me that again?
Violin. Violin.
Violin is
B.
incorrect.
Okay.
So, Greg, for the steal, I'm going to give you your multiple choice options once again. Is it A,
Keep in mind,
lute,
again, I haven't
B,
seen the movie
violin,
since theaters.
C, clarinet, or D, viola?
Not rewatching a bunch
Clarinet.
of these movies.
Sorry, looking for the instrument that shares its name with great Twins pitcher Frank Viola.
Oh,
Viola.
all right.
All right. so
Is that our cat?
No, that is
One of
question
them.
number
Do you know?
3. So here's number 4, Mark.
Here's question number 4 for Warfather. A desperately needed 2 points for him. Your question: in the village of Veld, what had Steve Trevor not seen Charlie do in years in 2017's Wonder Woman?
Ooh.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, play piano, B, dance, C, sing, or D, pray?
Sing.
Gray?
Play piano.
That is incorrect for a 1-point steal. Greg, your options. Is it A, play piano?
He is
B,
getting
dance,
pretty darn
C,
close
sing, or D,
to
pray?
getting
sing?
KO'd.
It is sing for a 1-point steal.
All right, so this is an interesting situation that we're in right now because it is 17-6 with the final question. If the Warfather can either get a multiple choice 1 point or a answer with 2 points, then he gets himself into round number 3. However, if he misses this question at all, Greg Alba will win via KO, and the Quirky Mercs will find themselves with a big 3 points, and Greg will be in the tournament.
Coy would be
That's right.
ecstatic if that were the
Not
case.
riding on this question, Christian.
Ecstatic.
3 points. It'll be 3 points if it's a knockout.
A lot riding on this question, Christian.
No pressure,
And
Warfather.
that final question in round number 2 is: what was the name of the member of the Suicide Squad with fire-based abilities?
Oh, it's what's his face? I can't. El Diablo. Just Diablo, maybe.
Napalm.
And your winner by way of knockout, he is Greg Idris Elba. Oh,
That's
well
fantastic.
done, Greg Alba with a big knockout, picking up 3 points there.
At Diablo. I don't know if it's Diablo or El Diablo.
Warfather, I'm going to put you in.
I might
the
be
waiting
thinking
room for the
about
moment while I bring
the
back
game
Caleb.
as well.
Good fight there, Warfather. Let's put in Coy.
As
Look
one
at
proud
this, the real
manager, I can
rejects.
tell
Who
you
would have
that.
thought that Greg Alba comes out?
I thought.
You thought. Comes out. Now, question: what's John going to do? Can these guys play in Innergeekdom? Well, one half showed that he could. Knockout victory. Get yourself.
Woo!
You needed these 3 points, and boy, did you get them. And Greg Alba is in the tournament.
I said at the beginning of the round, I really wanted a 3-pointer, and both played valiantly, and both were incredible. But my God, am I happy I let him choose between MCU and DCU. Both were the way that landed. When I look at DCU, it's just the most inane, crazy stuff. So I'm just happy with MCU the way it went. He went with his gut. He played like a champion. He played like the guy I knew he is. I'm so proud of Greg, thank you.
17-6 there, Greg. You got to be feeling good about the way you played. You hit
But my
8
dude,
questions
you
up
are gonna
top
be
in the
going up
first
against a
round.
champion.
Second round, you get spinner's choice. You pick
Kalinowski,
MCU.
so.
You go with your gut.
Yeah,
it's off for you.
That's a rough
knockout.
match.
Don't even have to answer any questions in the next round. And
No pressure.
look,
That's a.
you got
Ooh,
Kalinowski,
that's
former
rough.
2-time
That's real
champ.
rough for your second
manager's
match ever
beating him.
in IG.
Can you beat him?
Yeah.
I guess I'll do my best now. I'll do my best. It's funny how this Schmoedown fluctuates between. If I'm down here, I have confidence. If I'm up here, I get worried. it constantly fluctuates. For me.
Yeah, that's weird how that happens, right?
That's a trash talking moment.
That's not my expertise here.
You're going in against an all-timer with Mike Kalinowski, so maybe it is best to kind of G.I. Joe crawl into that match. But, Greg, let me ask you this, because you had such a wealth of knowledge in a variety of categories, then you obviously specialize in MCU. For the DCU question, did you have that steal should you need it? The character in Suicide Squad with fire-based abilities is?
El Diablo, Chato Santano.
All right, so Christian, this guy clearly knows his stuff. I'm not ready to say that Mike Kalinowski's shaking in his boots yet, because I don't think Mike Kalinowski has fear put in him by just about any competitor. But I think Greg Alba certainly proved his worth, if for nothing else than to be a veritable force in this tournament and in the Innergeekdom going forward.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. Go ahead, Greg.
Warfather was so much fun to play with, and Coy, I really got to thank, because like once I chose MCU, I mean, I wouldn't have made that decision without his guidance. And like when the DCU questions were coming up, I was like, oh wow, I am so happy I went with MCU.
But Greg, that's a good question though too, because this is your second victory of the season. Obviously playing in teams with Real Rejects. You guys 1-1, but still, this was something. Playing under Coy and working with Coy inside of this new structure, how has it helped both you and John working with Coy?
I mean, it's helped with. I often get pretty stressed out. I often get like really caught up in my head, and Coy has been the best way to put it. He's been an amazing emotional support. I know I'm usually like very sarcastic, but I want to be very sincere and thank Coy, because I'm blessed to be with him, both John and I, because it really does help with having a sense of relief. I called him before the match, like, I'm worked up, and he constantly helps me out with calming my nerves and his positive energy in my corner. And he doesn't tell me what to do, but he knows how to guide me. He's like a good therapist for the Schmoedown. Yeah.
Right. I mean, Coy, you said it best though, man. You had your people that you picked up top. And, there are some people like Mara Kanopik and Bibiani and the kid who were like, those are the ones everyone was going to focus on. Those were going to be the ones that were making the moves. Well, those three competitors haven't really seen a lot of action this season, but the Real Rejects certainly have. Again, now, not only do you have Greg, you have John. Do you think John's going to put up as good of a showing as Greg did?
I don't think I recruited an A team and a B team. It didn't matter when I drafted any of my players. Every single one of my 10 was my first round draft pick. Every single one of these people was someone that I had on a very, very short list. I only had 13 people total I wanted on my team, and I got 10 of them. So from the very beginning, they were all A-listers for me, and I'm flattered and honored they respect me as much as I respect them. It was actually really alienating being on camera for my coaching, because I felt like that's usually offsides in a studio. Like, this is my opinion. Oh my God. So weird to be like, oh, there's a literal spotlight on my.
Just saying Hugh Jackman and
it was a really different
RDJ in the background.
I've had nothing but
just
good experience
with their scowls is really kind of low-key distracting.
Exactly like
I don't know that I could do fellows like that.
Like I can't. I don't know if I would want to lean on them or like hug them. I feel like that'd be weird.
People that you tolerate, much less like.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Greg.
We're in a
Can I
Deadpool,
throw one more thing?
like
I will
zip up set. I'm here for it. I'm so here for
I
it.
have to thank my girlfriend because she has put up with my cold attitude while studying these last few days so much, and she has helped me study with asking me certain questions. So I have to thank Olivia because she has put up with me whole weekend. So yeah, and thank you guys for having me too.
And a big shout out to Olivia. It is interesting you bring up the subject of girlfriend because Coy sitting on a couch that it must be impossible to take a lady back to.
Well, there you go.
Brad Pitt, Bill Murray.
Coy, I wanted to ask you, and I have a challenge for all the Schmoedown fans watching this match. If you could, somehow start a thread that has the best gif of
Leonardo
Coy's face
DiCaprio?
when it
my
appeared that
Lord.
there could be a knockout. Coy, do you want to give us a reenactment of what you were doing when you saw that there could be an actual knockout in this match? What was your facial gestures like?
Something like that.
Perfect. Well, you got it. You got the knockout, and you got the KO, and now you get KO again in the next round with Mike Kalinowski. So congratulations there, Greg. Looking forward to seeing you compete again. Coy, we'll see you really soon with John Humphreys and Janine the Machine. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it. Talk to you soon. All right. I'm going to drop these guys out here, bringing back both the Warfather and Alba Meyer Burnett. Tough loss here today, my man. Burning Droogs. You see yourselves here with the loss. You needed the points. You didn't get them, but you still, you got another match coming up here. How'd you feel about the Warfather?
Well, Warfather pulled out a match. His last match, his debut match for me. It was a great win. You can't win all the time. And you know what? I stand by the Warfather. He and I are definitely creatures of a feather, and I can't wait to see him perform next. It's a tough match. There's a lot of pressure going on this time, and you know what you got to do is you dust off those horns and you get back on the horse. You pick up your axe and you keep fighting. That's what you do.
That's not an
right.
X.
You just pick up Schmoebash. And I feel bad that Eric Zipper lost this match and that he has a KO in his record. It's a shame. But nevertheless, he will move forward, as will I, into the singles leagues and all the leagues beyond.
Well, actually, you know what, Warfather, that's something I'm glad you brought up, because you have made it very clear, both to me and to your manager, that singles is really where you want to live. And Innergeekdom is
based on this appearance, clearly.
Is this the last time we're going to see you in the Innergeekdom division, you think?
Well, maybe dabbler here or there. The Warfather loves the fight, no matter the battlefield.
Fair enough. I will say this. One of the things that when we have the opportunity to get back in front of a live event, I would very much like to see you versus Brett Sheridan in a singles match. So
yes.
I would too. I'm all about that.
That'd be a good match.
It would.
Yeah, Christian, the most challenging part about that match is you and I announcing it with a straight face, but I think we can pull it off. I think the fans are here for it. So, Brett, start your training right now and get that laugh going, because you have quite a mighty guffaw to equal in the Warfathers.
Yeah.
Oh, gregarious guffaws, ahoy!
Burnett, before I let you go here, I got to ask you a question. You got Brandon Hanna, you got Saul. The Den, Kate Mulligan has gotten rid of him, traded him to you, basically thrown him to the side, in your words. How are you feeling about this match? Any words that you'd like to say to both Saul and Kate Mulligan in the Den right now?
Well, let me just say, it was Kate who lit this fuse. Kate set Brandon on fire. And Brandon Hanna, I have never seen anybody more determined to prove himself. And I'll tell you something. It's like when Sean Connery was explaining the story of Cortez going to the New World in Hunt for Red October. When Cortez went to the New World, he burnt his ships. That way his men were properly motivated. I will tell you, Brandon Hanna has built a bonfire that is raging. It can be seen from.
I'm not really sure who he's talking about. Is this a new player in the league, or
anyone more determined to prove themselves? Because if they don't, well, the alternative is shame forever. Worse than Cersei Lannister walking through the streets of King's Landing, let me tell you. But I have faith. I have faith that Brandon Hanna is going to show us something. Well, as Keir Dulé said in 2010, something wonderful.
Oop, I got rid of him by accident. All right.
There's a lot of
Well,
movie and
there he is,
TV show
Burnett
references
and
in such a
Warfather.
short amount of
Big
time.
words there for the faction. We're going to be able to see that really soon. But for the Warfather, unfortunately, in the Innergeekdom division right now, I'd like to thank you guys for joining us here today, both the Warfather and Robert Meyer Burnett. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, Mark, that's it. We got ourselves the tournament. It is set now. The play-in matches are over.
Let me know when the
we
private
have
chat,
a
babe.
full tournament, and there is the bracket as it stands today. And we will see Greg Alba go up against Mike the Killer Kalinowski in the first round.
That's right, Christian. Now, in years past, there was this thing called March Madness, and it was a 64-team tournament. They did have play-in games, and I'd get excited to watch the play-in games. It felt like a tournament atmosphere, but it really started in earnest that first Thursday of Madness, and I think that Christian,
In the words of my grandma,
set,
oh, no,
we're ready to
ja,
rumble.
no,
This
ja.
is going to be one hell of
You
an
don't know what you're
Innergeekdom
talking
tournament
about.
coming up.
Mm-mm.
I just hope that my forehead and my armpits can sustain.
Zeke knows what he's talking
Oh,
about.
no, absolutely. But I mean, like the hot man. The hot,
And who
sorry,
knows?
the
Let's
nut
see
man.
what the real rejects can do in Innergeekdom. Because to be completely
okay.
honest, I think a lot of people were counting them out.
worst.
People
worst.
know that they could do jokes, and people know that they were nice guys, but could they? And their teams matches have been good. And I think even they said they think they were like something like 2-6. You know, that you would never, you always want to watch them play, but you never know if they're going to win. When you look at Greg Alba and the way he played today, that's somebody that can hang in the Innergeekdom division. So that's a little scary if you're Mike Kalinowski, if you're any of these players. It's like, oh, wait a minute. Was I underestimating this guy? Oh, damn it. Now I got to wake up and now I got to play. Because here he is. And here, that's the faction standings of today. Look at the rankings. You can always find all of these updated standings if you go to the Schmoedownlive.com. The Quirky Mercs, as you see there, picking up a big 3 points and helping themselves in the standings.
Christian, to borrow a phrase from one of Warfather's incorrect answers, you got it, dude.
Well, thank you so very much, Mark Stearns Ellis. Appreciate everything that you've done here today for us, my friend. Thank you to our great team, our production team, to everyone working behind the scenes, obviously, and for you guys. Make sure that you comment, click like. The Innergeekdom tournament is every Thursday and every Friday on the YouTube channel. However, the Star Wars tournament is still going on. You can check that out on twitch.tv/The Schmoedown. Go on over there, follow us today. Make sure that you do that. And don't forget, you can get the matches, for some of the matches, the Thursday match, little early if you go to Patreon, patreon.com/Schmoedown. Become a patron today. All right, Mark, for Mark Ellis and Christian Harloff, we'll see you next time.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah, so tomorrow we've got, what is it, Molly Damon and Witt.
Up against Adam Witt. Yes, absolutely. Their thumbnail actually just dropped just yesterday or today, and it looks so good. It really, really does. Do you have a prediction for that Star Wars tourney match?
It's always hard to predict with unknown players. I mean, Witt had his incredible pull in his match, and he had a good performance. But Molly Damon she knows her stuff too. We just don't know how she. Oh no, she did. See, here's my bad memory.
She played against. She lost against Scrimshaw during the Star Wars convention up in Chicago. When I was up there, she lost by like 1 or 2 points, unfortunately.
So
but
she actually had a high pressure situation. So
yes, she's played in unofficial, matches, but she, every great Star Wars competitor, any great competitor's got to start somewhere, obviously. And, just like Parker and Kalinowski, they're pretty fantastic, but you got to start somewhere for sure.
Yeah. It's tough. I might just have to give it to Molly, but it's going to be a good match regardless.
Absolutely. I know, Alex Damon, he's mentioned pretty consistently that she's the one that trains him. And so he's mentioned casually that he's I'm not going to lie. I'm not I'm not the most self-disciplined, when it comes to training and stuff like that, but she keeps me on point. And so, and not to mention, she is just as active in the Star Wars community as he is, being part of Star Wars Explained. And so I really wouldn't be surprised if she is right at that level or above or below it, right below it. So, because she obviously knows her stuff. To what extent, we will find out. Okay. So, Eric, I kind of mentioned earlier. Okay, so I have a theory regarding the second round. So, if you're looking at a wheel, and they usually have about 12 or 13 categories, including spinners and opponent's choice, my theory behind deciding on a category is if you're, because I know usually you don't find out the categories, that much far in advance. You only find out like the day of, or even just a few hours before. So you're able to analyze the categories. By number, like on a scale of 1 to 5, where are you? Are you at a 3? Are you 2? Are you at 5? Where are you? And so by doing that for all the categories and really finding out if the strength or if the wheel is in your favor or not, that should really determine whether or not you should go first or second. Because if you go first, that shows that you're very confident in the wheel, because you have more options essentially for the wheel to be statistically in your favor. Versus going second, you always want to go second if you're not super confident in the wheel, because that, statistically speaking, the first competitor would take a category away. Therefore, it would increase your chances to get a slice that you prefer, statistically speaking. Now, I know I personally applied this to my faction whenever I do manage personally, and 95% of the time it's worked out in our favor. But, I'm kind of wondering if you've ever really noticed it. I'd love to chat all that good stuff. But yeah, so what did you think about this match overall, Lucas? Like, were you surprised about Warfather or Greg, or, what did you think overall?
I was kind of hoping for a better performance from Warfather.
Yeah.
I wasn't. So Greg is a good player. He does not get enough credit, but he is a good player.
Absolutely.
So it wasn't shocking. He didn't blow it out of the water in the first round. It was kind of as far as what we've seen in Innergeekdom lately, this was kind of a bad first round performance on both sides, or at least not keeping up with the top dogs.
It's okay. It's not great.
Yeah. If they missed one, that would be one thing, but they both missed quite a few in the first round. So
he did get a perfect second round, though.
He did, yeah. He went to multiple choice a couple of times, which good. If you need to go to multiple choice and you still get it, then that was the right decision. So yeah, it was good. I enjoyed the match. I just, like I said, I was hoping for more from Warfather. I'm curious kind of what going forward his studying techniques are going to be, and if he's able to dedicate the time and kind of get up on the level he needs to be.
Yeah, absolutely. It's clear that Warfather, he knows some things about IG, but he feels kind of thrown in, as far as maybe there was like a group chat or something, and RMB was just like, hey, does anyone just casually know IG-ish? My money is I'm investing a lot in Brandon Hanna, obviously, but I technically need a RMB.
God.
Yeah, exactly. RMB. It's like I do technically need another competitor for my faction to compete. So it kind of felt like that. And even Warfather, he mentioned, he's like, I don't know if I want to do this, but it's fun. I love competing. But obviously he mentioned even during his post interview that his wheelhouse, that he really wants to really compete in his singles, and I would love to see him compete in teams. I would love to see who he would be teamed up with in teams. That would be a really cool cool time for sure. But yeah, I was proven wrong. Greg Alba in his debut match, beats Warfather that did compete in a IG match prior. So again, I love being surprised, and I'm so excited for Greg. He is, however, going to go up against a champion, Mr. Mike Kalinowski. So sorry, I love you, Greg, but sorry.
Well, we'll have to see. I mean, it depends on what kind of Mike shows up. I feel like going into it.
What kind of Mike shows up?
Well, because he can get into some situations where he gets kind of blocked up. So we'll have to see. I feel like he's going to go into this very confident. It's really a matter of how Mike's first and second round go. If he locks himself up against Greg Alba, then it could be anyone's game. But if both go in, they're both top of their performance, and they just play it out, then I think pretty clearly favored to Mike.
Yes. I do think, just like any competitor, sometimes you can get in your own head, obviously. But I don't think he's been very vocal on social media and everything, being like, I am hungry. I want the belts. Shannon is on his ass as far as studying. And they both have actively talked about it. He's like, sorry, I can't go out to eat or chat with friends or anything tonight. I have to study. I have to watch Ninja Turtles or whatever for the 20th time this year.
Yeah, Mike's an absolute powerhouse. It's
Absolutely.
just, it does feel kind of unfortunate if everyone's coming into this top of their game. It feels unfortunate for Greg. But
Absolutely. I do think this is definitely, I'm excited for him to go into IG a lot more. I would love to see him succeed. It's just your second match ever in IG. You're going up against the champion. So it's like, yeah, that's kind of rough in your second match ever in the league, period. So it's rough. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and bring this up real quickly. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the picture showing the IG matches. So later this week, I do know we have some other matches coming up. So obviously not only Molly Damon up against Adam Witt, that one right here.
Yeah, and that'll be tomorrow.
Yes,
and then I saw in chat that we're getting 2 Star Wars matches tomorrow. Is that correct?
Oh, is that the case? Someone please tell me.
Yeah, someone is saying that we're getting a Scrimshaw Demolante tomorrow as well.
Interesting. I wouldn't be surprised because I know matches are being released on YouTube. The matches being released on YouTube versus on
Twitch.
Patreon or Twitch are a little bit different, So we'll see. Yeah. Are you pulling that up right now?
I'm trying to find. I wish I had done a little bit more research. I was kind of popping into these, but
let me see if
I don't remember hearing about this.
I remember seeing there was a pretty intense schedule. Oh wait, I have it right here. Okay, so I'm actually
because
I'm gonna bring it up
because
right
originally I guess Demolanta and Scrimshaw was supposed to be last week, so they might be doubling up on it this week.
Okay, let's see if I can pull it up right here. There it is. Okay,
Ben Rainier in the chat.
So today, obviously, Innergeekdom, all patrons also are going to be able to access Barbarian versus Lavic. Tomorrow, it's going to be Scrimshaw versus Demolanta. Also on Twitch, again, Damon versus Witt. So 2 matches back to back on Twitch. So that's going to be a fun time for sure. On Thursday, it's going to be the YouTube premiere of Barbarian versus Lavic. And on Friday, against Hannah versus Saul. Woo! Passionate matches, if I do say so myself. Now, I do know is there a match on here in particular that you're most excited for as a fan?
We got a lot of good stuff coming up.
So much, yeah.
The double feature tomorrow for the Star Wars matches. I like all those people. I've really kind of this year I've really taken to the Barbarian. He's been great both in and out of the Schmoedown.
Not to mention, he's a really great karaoke partner, if I do say so myself.
Yeah.
He demands a lot of shots, though, when singing, so, yeah.
But mostly I'm looking forward to Saul beating Brendan Hanna.
Absolutely, because, the Not Man is not really present in Schmoedown, nor should he be. I am, obviously Saul versus Hannah. That's going to be a fantastic match. I cannot wait for that match. It's going to be so much fun. But also, I can't wait to see another match of Scrimshaw. Scrimshaw, I feel like, is definitely a competitor, Star Wars competitor that's not talked about enough. I mean, he's won several unofficial matches to get the honor of competing against Alex Damon while, at the different Star Wars conventions, things like that. But he's almost exclusively played live, it felt like. He played live events in Chicago, in front of huge crowds. I can't remember where else he competed live. I know it's against Alex Damon. It wasn't I can't remember off the top of my head, but I remember it being pretty darn amazing. But
yeah, and Scrimshaw's always kind of in that conversation as a major contender.
But at the same time, technically, he is 0-0 because matches that are at like conventions and things like that, they don't technically matter. They don't technically count within Schmoedown. I mean, that's what I meant to say specifically. So from what I remember, he could be 0-2. The matches where they're at conventions, like the Star Wars conventions and everything. Like Scrimshaw, he played at the Star Wars match where the winner of that, the convention match that also included like Laura and Malanta and everything, he beat them technically, but that wasn't technically a Schmoedown match. It was at a match at a convention. And so the winner of that match got the honor of playing against Alex Damon in Chicago. And that was last spring, I want to say. That was actually my first Schmoedown event. So that was really cool. And but there was that one, and he won the match of the convention like the day before or like earlier that day essentially. And he ended up going against Alex Damon the following. So that was really awesome. But whenever
I'm not sure about that, but I know on the Schmoedownlive.com he does have his rankings up as 1-3 with 1 KO.
1-3. I wonder if there was a studio match or two that I'm forgetting about then.
Yeah. Because even like the stuff that like Molly Damon was involved in, I thought that counted for their records for the Star Wars League.
Well, if that were the case, it would be going up against competitors that have never technically competed in the Star Wars Schmoedown League. Like they were just like fan favorites within the community, essentially, from what I remember.
Right, but those are still Schmoedown matches with when it's the schmoes on the desk calling a Schmoedown match. Yeah. I
could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. Again, I love being proven wrong. I like being corrected. If I don't like to be
on camera.
It's like I was like, can we clip that? But I like being proven wrong. If I'm saying something that's completely not true, please let me know. I want to say stuff that only counts. That's actual correct. That's what I'm looking for. So convention matches do count. Oh, I stand corrected. So that's definitely good to know. That also makes me curious because he's competed in 2 matches in conventions, I thought. But it's been a while. Anyway, okay. Regardless, I'm really excited for that match overall. I think he's definitely an underrated competitor that I can't wait to see more of. Not to mention, he's always like so funny. And I love his podcast.
Yeah.
For sure. And real quickly, I know, just bringing back up the schedule, again, I am going to be trying to do live reactions here later this week on Thursday and Friday when the matches do premiere. So please don't leave any spoilers or anything in Twitter or something. I know you can, but please don't.
You could just not read Twitter on those days,
But I'm like the Twitter person behind C2A, man.
Sure,
it's like
excuses.
I try. All right, but overall, what was your score today?
I don't know. I threw my thing away. I kind of stopped counting in round 2 because it was hard to keep up.
Yeah, we did not get to round 3. I don't think. Yeah, we did. Yeah, absolutely, we did not get to round 3 at all.
The last number I wrote down was 10. I got a couple things in round 2, but
you totally beat me. So I got 3 points in round 1. In Alba, I also got 3 points. So I got less than 10.
Yeah, when we got to round 2 and we weren't like pausing, it was just kind of impossible to write stuff down in time. So
that's fair.
I tracked a few, but.
All right, fantastic. Okay, guys. That's it, honestly, for us today. That actually wraps up today's match. We are going to be doing some stuff here later this week. I'm going to be hosting some Schmoebaits on Thursday as well as tomorrow. So it's going to be really fun. Tomorrow, we're going to be having Rachel Silvestrini up against Danielle Ramirez here at C2A. And it's going to be going live at 9:30 Central, 7:30 Pacific. So definitely, schedule that, pinpoint that in your phone if you get the chance. It's going to be really fun. Lady! Hey, Drew. What's up, girl? So on Thursday, we're going to be having Bibbs, the Beastberry, William the Beastberry, not Bariani. That's not his name. Bibiani. Am I getting drunk off of one massive White Claw? Maybe. I'm a lightweight sometimes. But, so that's going to be a real fun time. He's going to be going up against Belford, who's technically won 3 Schmoedown matches. So that's going to be a real fun time overall. Mm-hmm. Okay. And, all right. That's it. Do you have anything to plug, Lucas, before we wrap it up?
Nope.
But say I'm Alex Mack, part of the Call to Action crew. Please like and subscribe. Please comment. Let us know what your thoughts. What was your favorite moment from tonight's match, and what your score was walking away if you competed. So if you played along, that is.
Radio Drew is reminding you that you have a show with her as well.
Yeah, at 10:30. Yes, Drew, thank you. We actually have a show called Cinema Bias. We're going to be diving into the comedy horror movie Vampire's Kiss, and I have some thoughts. Surprise.
I watched that movie. It exists.
Okay. All right. Now, so we watched that. We didn't watch that together, but we both watched it by ourselves, and it was a real fun time. But we're doing that on Drew's channel here in actually just a few minutes. So definitely come and hang out with us and chat to this little comedy horror Vampire's Kiss movie with Nick Cage. So memeable.